If your husband did not know the kind of a prophet that he has, if you know as a wife, you can let him to know the kind of a prophet that he have. The widow has been living with his wife and the two sons for decades of years before the departure of her husband, from the book of 2 Kings, chapter number 4, verse 1. And when this man was still alive, the man was a creditor. At that time, the man was still alive. The widow never ran to the prophet. How can the husband of the widow follow a master that is a mover? A master that when he speaks, kingdoms bow. He become a creditor. And who was the name of that man? His name was Obadiah. The administrator of King Ahab was the husband of this widow. A manager of King Ahab palace, a director of King Ahab palace, he died as a creditor. I begin to ask myself, was the man not saving? He died, leave his wife without no investment, leave his wife without no legacy. He died just like that. And the woman began to cry from the book of Kings chapter 4 verse number 1, die, because she was confused. There was no place for her to run to. There was no legacy for her to lay under. There was nothing for her to save, for her to pay the credit that her husband died and left her behind. She cried in the pains of the departure of her husband. She cries in worry because the creditor were after his two sons, trying to take away the two sons as a collateral. Now after when the husband died, that was the time she remembered the father, the prophet of her husband. That was the time she ran to the man of God. That was the time she ran to Elisha, saying, oh, your son has been faithful. Your servant has had the fear of God. But look at my challenges. The prophet never gave her money. The man asked him, what do you have at home? She said, I have nothing but a little oil. A little oil. Maybe the husband died as a result of the credits he owed people. You can stand for your husband. You can intercede for your husband. You can pray for your husband. When your husband is blind and you have the light, you can show him the light. Having the prophet is never enough. When you don't know how to make use of your God-given prophet, people that knows how to make use of your God-given prophet can come and take what you are supposed to. Living with the prophet is never enough. What of King Gehazi that stays with the prophet instead of him going with the prophet? He went out with a curse because he never knew how to make use of the prophets. She cried to Elisha, beloved, cry at the rightful time. Don't cry when things are wrong. Cry at the rightful time. The prophet has sons to the point that he could not recognize son. When this particular son died, he was not aware that the son was dead because he has many. He has many sons. He has many sons. Oh, Kupan Shamala Kutia, cry for him. Cry for him. Cry for him. No, cry for him. You can do better. cry for him. When things are not all right, cry for him. When things are not going right, cry for him. When things are going backward, cry for him. When the pains are becoming too much, cry for him. When the worry seems to weigh him down, cry for him. Come on, don't cry when he is dead. Don't intercede when your husband is dead. Intercede when he's still alive. Advance him when he's still alive. Talk to him when he's still alive. Oh, for there is no hope for the dead. The only hope the dead have is the eternity. You come to earth